Hey everybody, it's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to my channel today. Just got an update here, July 19th, 2020 out of Germany. The Meyer Poppenberg Shipyard. There is some big news coming out of here and it's not necessarily good. The story goes that the shipyard has announced to its employees that they're going to lay off all 3,000 workers for 6 weeks. This is an unscheduled shutdown. This will last until the end of August. So we're talking the rest of this month, all of next month. Basically, the bottom line is these guys are in financial trouble in that their cash flows have been severely interrupted because of the virus. They have 4 ships under construction right now, big ships for some of the biggest cruise lines in the world, and they've got issues. By the way, thank you for subscribing to my channel, Traveling with Bruce, giving my videos thumbs ups, and sending me comments on my videos. I appreciate hearing from you. Also, thank you for joining me on my Facebook group page. I invite you to join there. Between these videos, a lot of us hang out on the Facebook group page, and a lot of people ask me questions there. I'm happy to try to respond to you. And also, thank you for following me on Instagram. So, 3,000 workers are going to be laid off at the Meyer Werft Shipyard. I'm trying to show you some photos here, just how big this place is, and it's difficult. You can see this ship coming out here. This is the Quantum of the Seas. A few years ago, being pulled out by a tugboat and being guided by a couple of others. You're talking about, an 1,100-foot long ship here. I mean, this thing is 20 stories tall, massive. They have several buildings. Here's another picture here of the P&O Iona that just came out, I think in February of this year. It came out of the facility. They build these ships right indoor. There's some people on the top of the ship. Of course, we know how big the ships are, but the building that you build the ship in is bigger. It's probably triple the width of the ship as well, because what they do on the side of the ships is they build components inside the building and then use cranes to lift them into place. It's a giant mechano set construction facility, and that's just one of 2 giant buildings they have, with ships being constructed several simultaneously. Then they have all of their steel working facilities and all the other facilities there. It's an amazing place. Speaking of the Iona, the P&O Iona was supposed to be delivered already. The ship was more or less completed as far as the shipyard is concerned, and it has done some of its sea trials, but it was supposed to be fitted out for the rest of its interiors, not necessarily in Germany, but the virus and the COVID restrictions have really slowed down the ability to bring full contractor loads onto these ships for finishing, and so the Iona has still not been delivered to P&O. We were supposed to be back in May. Now they're talking the end of August, and this, of course, is Carnival-owned P&O, and Carnival doesn't necessarily need the ship right now, but they've got to take possession of it sooner or later. The minute they take possession of it, the payments start, and so does the monthly costing to just keep it floating, which will be over $1 million a month. The second ship I'm going to talk to you about is the Royal Caribbean Odyssey of the Seas. This ship is still inside the building at Poppenberg. Here is a proud employee of the company standing beside a link of the chain that links to the anchor of the Odyssey of the Seas. So you can give you an idea how big the anchor is. That's one of 2, and they are doing the final fitting out of the ship right now. It's been delayed months and months, and same thing with everybody else. Royal Caribbean doesn't need delivery of the ship right now. They can't sail it, but we're still talking, I think, many months from now. This channel here, I was supposed to do a group cruise on this ship for February of 2021. This is July. That's already been canceled. This ship will not be ready for Royal Caribbean until the spring of 2021 at the earliest. And excuse me, the project to build this one, $1 billion build out, has been massive. And for Poppenberg, the shipyard, they're not getting paid. I mean, they're getting paid for materials, but they're the cost of this ship and for all their all their investment, their employees are hurting right now, and they're having trouble meeting payroll. That's really the bottom line here. Apparently, holiday pay is owed to the workers as well. That's 14 million, I think, euros, maybe 15 million American. That's late, and they're talking about that possibly being paid by the end of this year. Poppenberg is in discussions right now. The owners of this shipyard, they're in discussions with the regional government and the federal government in Germany for basically, let's just call it interim financing, bailout financing, survival financing. We're talking about thousands of workers on these locations, but also many thousands more that work for companies supplying parts to this shipyard. So we're dealing with a national issue here. I suspect Germany will come in and help finance and keep the company up and running, but everything is on a delay. Now, over at Saga, Saga Cruises, 50-year-old and only for passengers. They don't have kids on their ships. It's an all-adult line based in the UK. They have ordered the Spirit of Adventure, which is the sister ship to this ship here, the Spirit of Discovery. They launched this one last July, hugely successful in its first 6 months of sailing. And the Spirit of Adventure was already sold out for its first year of sailing. Saga really desperately needs these ships to be in the waters. Like I say, the Discovery of Adventure is now docked, is not sailing. This ship here is inside the shipyard being constructed in its final stages, but it has been delayed. It was supposed to be delivered in this, what was that, December? Let me look at this. It was supposed to be delivered a while back. Now we're talking November of this year, and it might even be later than that. Beautiful ship, great amenities, 58,000 gross tons, 1,000 passengers, just the nicest size for adult only. 100 cabins are for solo passengers. These guys have got their act together when it comes to 50 and olders. 560-odd crew, excellent crew to passenger ratio. Nice amenities, highly enjoyable line if you're an adult to go on. But right now they're out of business. Now here is a photo for you. These are RVs that come in whenever a ship is launched. This is a big deal at Poppenberg. Families come in, relatives come in, cruise line, friends of cruise lines, ship spotters. And they'll literally stay here a couple of nights, and then rain or shine, when that ship is brought out, they're there by the thousands. This photo doesn't do it justice, but there are thousands of people here watching this ship come out, and they're all taking photos and videos of this event. It's a huge deal, and this is why I'm convinced that the Meyer Poppenberg Shipyard will be looked after. Now, with respect to Disney, they have a ship being built right now called the Wish, the Disney Wish, and that ship is the first ship powered by LNG power for Disney. They have got 3 of these on order, and everything I hear is that these $850 million to $900 million monsters will go ahead, but delivery is going to be delayed. I think both parties are negotiating that and working it out. But Poppenberg will need some sort of bridge financing to kind of make it work. I don't know how this is going to happen, but you can imagine that detailed discussions are going on. Some of the, again, photos to scale. This here is one of the ships that was done a few years ago. You can see the very front of the ship is being brought in here for final assembly, and you can see inside the ship how tiny people actually are. Here's another shot here of the final assembly of the front of the bow of the ship coming in. Absolutely amazing. The logistics involved, all indoors, to control against the environment. So whether it's winter, spring, summer, fall, raining, hail, no matter what, this ship gets built non-stop. When Poppenberg is up and running at full capacity, they are masters at their crafts, and they've got this down to an absolute science. Here's your final photo right here with the bow installed. You can't tell where the seam is, It's incredible. So Disney, they're building the Wish. The Wish is construction is continuing as I speak to you at another facility. Something tells me when the ship is in sections, they'll bring the sections here to Poppenberg, and then they'll do final assembly there. They do a lot of, like I say, assembly of the ship in various parts of the shipyard and other shipyards they own, and then they will use their tugs and literally tug in the parts, like the funnel right here that you see here for all of the ships. Here's what the Disney Wish is expected to look like upon completion. We'll wait for final photos and artwork later, but as I say, it's already under construction, but it's under a top secret deal right now. So there you go. Poppenberg, the facility shut down now for 6 weeks. They need to find $1.3 billion over the next 5 years to guarantee survival. They're talking about making cuts. They don't want to do layoffs. It's not the German way, but they are going to need help. I suspect they're going to get it, but it's not going to come from the cruise lines because the cruise lines cannot help their own shipyard company. It's going to have to be the country of Germany. I'm pretty convinced they will work out some kind of an arrangement here because there are too many high-skilled jobs on the line to let go, especially with a cruise ship builder with billions of dollars of orders. So we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, we'll stay on top of this. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, giving my videos thumbs ups. Also, stay warm, stay safe, stay cool, and stay healthy out there, folks. We'll talk to you next time, everybody. Bye for now.